Welcome into the very first episode of Basketball Beat for your Miami Heat. I am your host, Michael Furley. Thank you so much for joining me for our very first episode of this new channel where we talk about the Miami Heat. And if you're unaware, we have just finished the regular season as the Miami Heat lost a heartbreaking game at the buzzer to the Washington Wizards after a stellar performance from Jaime Jaquez, who finished the game with 41 points. And to be honest, this game didn't matter if they won or lost, as they are too far ahead of the Portland Trail Blazers to drop down in the standings to get a better lottery drawing, and they were too far behind the Bulls and Hawks to move up. They were going to be 10 regardless of their decision today in the East, and they were not going to drop any further down in the draft lottery probabilities here. But there are a couple things to keep in mind in terms of their draft status going forward. Now that we are here, let's talk about what might be best for the Miami Heat future. Some of you guys out there are like, lose, tank. I'm going to tell you why that is wrong. I mean, you can have your opinions, but I'm going to tell you why that's wrong in this instance here. They have a protected first round pick this year that is going out to Oklahoma City. They're going to lose a pick either this year or next year to Oklahoma City, no matter how they do here. So we want them to finish outside of the top 14 so they can ship that one off this year. And you would say, why ship that one off and keep next year? Who cares? Well, I'm going to tell you why. If you didn't remember, they traded away a first round pick to acquire Terry Rozier. Oh, no. And that one is also a top 14 protected, but in 2027, where it will become unprotected in 2028 to the Hornets. And because of the step-in rule, you cannot send out picks in consecutive seasons. So if they don't send out their pick to Oklahoma City this year by getting into the playoffs, they're going to automatically have to send it out next year, which is unprotected. And because of that, doesn't matter what they do in 2027, that pick will stay with the Heat because they can't lose two in a row, and they will ship out their unprotected pick in 2028 to the Hornets. So by keeping this pick, they're going to lose two unprotected picks no matter how they finish in 26 and 28. So if we ship it off now, ship it off this summer in 2025 here, they will have their 2026 pick from Oklahoma City, and therefore they can have flexibility in whether they have a bad year or not in 2027. They have a bad year in 27, they will keep their pick in that instance and then send out the 2028. But who knows? They might be good or bad in 27, and you don't want to lose, or 28. You want to have flexibility and options. So with that here, we want the Heat to make the playoffs. It is better for this year. It is better for their future. Now, in terms, of course you remember, they sent out Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors, and that too, they received a first round pick, which too is protected. And this one is protected in a little different sort of way. The pick coming in from Golden State is top 10 protected for this year and then unprotected for next year. Now, the question is, what do you think Golden State's going to be? Are they going to be worse next year, better next year? It's hard to say. They're going to have their same core next year. Of course, they will be a year older. Here is the thing, though. We want the Golden State Warriors. We can't control that one as much, but we want Golden State to lose this year, and there's a chance they can get into that play-in game. If they lose today, right now it's in the fourth quarter, they are down 95-98 to the LA Clippers. If they lose the game to the Clippers and Minnesota wins their game against Utah, that game, as I look at right now, Minnesota is up by 14 with 2 minutes left to go against Utah. So we have a chance here, people. So if Minnesota wins and Golden State loses today, Golden State will be in the play-in. Now, the odds of them dropping into that top 10 where will be protected is very unlikely. Even if they miss the playoffs, they will be in that 11, 12, 13, 14 range. And that's fine with us. If we're going to get that pick, let's get it at its most valuable. The odds of them being in the top 10 next year, I think, are low. I mean, there's always a chance, but I think they are low. So we want to might as well just take their pick this year and get as close to 10 as possible. In that 11 to 14 range is as valuable as you're going to get from Golden State. And if we ship out a 15, 16, 17 pick this year to Oklahoma City, that's the best case scenario. Send it off now as opposed to keeping the 14th pick. Why keep the 14th when you can ship out the 15th and then next year have more flexibility and options? So that's what we're rooting for as Heat fans here. This year, we want to make the playoffs. Let's win those 2 in a row against Chicago on Wednesday, and then the loser of the Atlanta Orlando game after that. And let's have Golden State lose as many games as possible, starting with today, and maybe even the play-in. Because remember, if they lose that game against Memphis, if they happen to play in the play-in, they fall down a slot. That's one pick closer to 10 that will convey to the Heat this year. So we want Golden State to lose 3 in a row. We want to win 2 in a row from here, and then we will get the best opportunities of a pick balance here. We'll get the highest pick we're probably ever going to get from Golden State. We'll send off the lowest pick that we're ever going to, depends how you want to read it. The most valuable pick or least valuable pick sending off to Oklahoma City this year while keeping flexibility for the next 3 years, and that's what we want. All right, guys, I'm going to pause it real quick on this video as we're getting close to the end, and I might as well just give you the outcome of the Golden State game. So we'll pause it. There might be a little jump cut. We get back, we will know exactly the range of picks that we'll be sending out and or keeping. All right, the Minnesota-Utah game has just ended, so Minnesota has defeated. They will be no worse than a tie with the Golden State Warriors. However, the Golden State Warriors do have the tiebreaker over Minnesota. That is why we want Golden State to lose so Minnesota can jump them in terms of record. All right. So now if Golden State wins, they will be the 5th seed. And if Golden State loses, they will be the 7th seed. We've got about 6.5 minutes to go. Golden State has closed in. It is a 2-point game. The Clippers are leading 97-95 with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. All right, we're going to pick up the action here. I think I might do a little bit of a play-by-play, if you will, for the remainder of the Clippers-Golden State game. Reminder here that Minnesota did win. So if Golden State wins, it'll be a 3-way tie between Minnesota, Golden State, and the Clippers. If that is the case, Golden State will have the tiebreaker over both teams. We're tied at 103 apiece with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the Clippers-Golden State game. The winner will be the 5 seed. The loser will be the 7 seed, as Steph Curry just hit a 3-pointer to tie it up at 103 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. All right, Chris Dunn is bringing the ball in after the timeout. Oh, it gets stolen by Steph Curry. Draymond Green up top, pass down to the basket. Gary Payton Jr. has the ball, swings it back out to Draymond Green at the top. Steph Curry now is dribbling at the top of the key. They call a foul as he's dribbling here. I'm not sure if they're bonus yet, as I just turned it on. They are in the bonus. Steph Curry will be shooting free throws at a tie game of 103 apiece. The first one is up and in. And Steph Curry now makes the second free throw. The Golden State Warriors have retaken the lead 105-103 with 3:12 remaining. All right, the Clippers are bringing the ball back down. Once again, they are down by 2 points here. Chris Dunn has the ball out top, swings it to the left to Kawhi Leonard, who's holding the ball, guarded by Podziemski. Dribbling to the right, over to Dunn on the right end, swings it to Norman Powell on the left corner, brings it all the way in, reverse layup is good. Tie game 105 with 2 minutes 34 to go. Clippers have tied the game 105 apiece, 234. Steph Curry is bringing the ball up, dribbles to the right side of the floor, looks to shoot it, passes to the top of the key to Draymond Green. Down to Jimmy Butler into the paint. Back up to Steph Curry, takes a 3. Misses it, but they call a foul as he's going to shoot 3 free throws. Oh my goodness, bailout call. Oh my. It was a foul on Harden. He did get underneath his hips as he was squaring up for that 3-pointer, so it was the right call. Bad closeout by James Harden. Steph Curry makes all 3 free throws, and we are up at 108-105 in favor of Golden State. As a Heat fan here, if they win Golden State, we're going to get their pick, and it's going to be about the 16th, 17th, 18th pick, depending on the rest of the league here. I haven't done the math exactly, but I'm going to be in that range, about the 16th pick, and it will be conveyed. If they lose, there's a chance that we get a better pick. i.e. a top 11, 12 pick, and a chance that they could get into the lottery if they get super lucky. But it's all going to come down to this win here not to know for sure if we know it's going to convey and what range it'll be in. All right, after the 3 free throws, James Harden is bringing the ball down for the Clippers here. No more Chris Dunn handling. Oh, a lazy pass to Norman Powell on the left wing. Powell brings it in. Awful pass to Zubac as he tries to lob it to him. Zubac does catch it off the glass. Kawhi Leonard pump fakes a 3 at the left elbow, raises up for a deep shot, makes it. We are back down to a 1-point game. Steph Curry brings the ball back down. He's coming on the right side of the court. Defended by Dunn, still high. Rolls it over to Peyton Jr. at the top of the key. Back to Steph Curry, who shoots a 3-pointer and makes it. Oh my, oh my. Wow. What a shot by Steph Curry. The game is now 111-107. 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. Clippers have the ball. Back to Kawhi. Over to James Harden on the top of the key. Drives down the lane and scoops in a layup. 2-point game here, 111-109, but we are trading 2-point baskets for 3-point baskets or 3 free throws as Golden State now has the ball up by 2 with 1:30 to go. Steph Curry on the left side, driving all the way basket, kicks it out to Draymond, over to Gary Payton at the free throw line. Podziemski on the right wing, holds it for a minute, over to Butler. I'm glitching out here, lost it. Looks like a shot clock violation. The Clippers will have the ball and down by 2 points with 1:18 to go. My streaming service is glitching out, but the Clippers came down. Zubac gets an alley-oop dunk. It is tied at 111 apiece at 56 seconds to go. Now it is back over to Golden State. Steph Curry throws it away. Kawhi Leonard steals the ball. Here's a replay of the alley-oop. Clippers have the ball. 17.5 seconds left in a tie game. There's 9 seconds left on the shot clock, so we've got an 8-second differential here. Golden State's going to need to get it. So Golden State will get the ball back unless they have a turnover, of course. Kawhi Leonard has the ball at the top of the key, driving, playing with the ball at the top. We are down to 3 seconds on the shot clock. There's a foul called. No basket. Foul called on Draymond Green. They are not in the bonus, so this game. So he will not be shooting free throws. However, the shot clock is now reset to 14. The shot clock will be off. The Clippers will have the ball with 10 seconds left and a chance to go for the win on the road, secure themselves a playoff spot. Once again, Kawhi Leonard at the top of the key, defended by Draymond Green. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds. Dribbling at the top of the key. So the 3-pointer takes a long 3 for Kawhi off the back of the rim. We are going to overtime. Not what we wanted. We wanted to find out what's going to happen here and just get this over with. We're not Golden State fans. We're not Clippers fans. We just want to know where the Golden State's going to finish so we can have the best information going forward as Miami Heat fans. All right. We'll do another pause here and we'll pick this up with about 1.5 to 2 minutes to go in overtime. While we're taking this quick pause, hey, do me the favor, guys. Go ahead, and if you're at our YouTube channel, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Not sure of the frequency we're going to be putting out content, as this is a very new channel here. But I think, going through the play-in, we'll put out stuff and into the draft lottery for sure when we get know for sure what our picks will be in terms of the number, whether they'll be sent out, and then who we might look to get, and what trades we might be able to make in an effort to improve our team for next year, as we do need some veteran scoring help. All right, we're coming back here. We're under a minute to go. It is 121-119 in favor of the Clippers here, as James Harden has scored 10 points, all 10 points in overtime. All right, we have 20 seconds left. LA Clippers have the ball up by 2 points, 121-119. James Harden on the top by midcourt, gets it over to Norman Powell on the left wing. They're wasting as much time, down to 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Drives, gets fouled on the drive. They're in the bonus. Norman Powell will have 2 shots to increase the lead to 4 points. Heat fans, this is all we can ask for right here. Again, there are still variables in front of us, but we want to have the best slate available for opportunities here. Well, actually, they are not in the bonus. I apologize. Clippers retain possession. 7.7 left. They will be inbounding. So I believe the shot clock will be off. Why wouldn't they have fouled earlier if they were going to do that? They let a good 13 seconds go off. If they were going to foul to get into the bonus, they had to do twice. All right, they're allowed to go into that backcourt, I guess, because of this. So we have an inbound on the left wing, caught by Kawhi Leonard at the top of the three-point line, swarmed defensively. There is a foul over to Kawhi Leonard. He has a chance to make two to put this at a 4-point game with 6.1 seconds remaining. A play just a little bit ago on a hard drive by Kawhi Leonard. Not this play. There was a crash between both Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler where they crashed knees and Butler got the worst of it. He is limping around the court here. Kawhi Leonard misses the first free throw. Needs to make one here to get it to 3 points. This is dangerous when you have a player like Steph Curry on the other side. Kawhi Leonard taking his second free throw. It is up. Swish. It is in. We have a 3-point game. 6.1 seconds remaining. Both teams are now out of timeouts. Golden State uses their last timeout right here. They are down by 3 points. Jimmy Butler is slow going to the sideline. Again, it was a knee-to-knee. It was very hard. He does have the knee pads on. He's going to be bruised for a couple days here at the minimum. All right, so we have a timeout. Clippers are up 122-119. In this overtime, we had 2 3-pointers from James Harden and 2 layups, including one that was a goaltended. We have a 3 from Steph Curry, a 3 from Draymond Green, and a 2-pointer from Jimmy Butler. The Warriors are all right. The Warriors will be inbounding from the right hash. Jimmy Butler is set to throw the ball in. They did make offensive substitutions. Did the Golden State? They brought in Buddy Hield in for Kevon Looney. So they're looking for offense here, looking for another 3-point shooter. They are down by 3, 6 seconds remaining. The inbound comes in from Jimmy Butler across the lane, across the court, all the way to the left side to Hield. Hield takes a shot off the back of the backboard. Rebound to the Clippers. Foul on for Harden gets fouled. Now he will have a chance to make 2 free throws to put this at a 5-point game. All right, 3 seconds left. Harden makes the first one. Now he is up for the second one here. Does make the second one as well. It is a 5-point game, 124-119. Golden State inbounds the ball. Don't even get a shot off. The game is over. The Clippers win and secure themselves the 5th seed, while the Golden State Warriors have fallen into the play-in. This is as good of an outcome as we can hope for as Heat fans here. We don't have a great path in front of us here of all of our options, but this is as good as we're going to get being where we are at the moment. So now, with that being said, we have the Golden State Warriors have fallen into the play-in game. They are the 7th seed, and they'll play against Memphis on Tuesday night. I'm guessing. I didn't look up the actual date, but I'm assuming the 7-8 games are on Tuesday. So they will be playing on Tuesday at home against Memphis. If by chance Golden State loses out here and does not make the playoffs, they will lock themselves into the 14th pick. They'll be in the lottery, so they will have a chance to get into the top 4 picks, but it'd be very slim, and that would be the best case scenario for the Heat is to get their 4th pick. If they win a lottery ball here, they'll have a top 4 pick, and they will keep their pick. So we want to get that pick. I mean, that one doesn't matter so much, but we want it to be the best pick possible, and 14 is as good as you're going to get this year, as they could finish as high as 16 or 17. If they win, they'll be the 7th seed. Yeah, so they're going to the 14, 15, or 16th pick will be coming to Miami unless the bouncing balls land for the Golden State Warriors. The Heat right now, if they get eliminated in the play-in, a reminder, the way the play-in works here, if you don't actually make it into the playoffs, you fall right back into your regular season standings. So there's no harm in winning this first game if you wanted to keep them at 11. But like I said, we want to get this pick out of our hair now, so we have an unprotected pick that stays with us. We don't want to ship off unprotected picks. And if we ship off next year's unprotected pick, we are automatically going to send out the 2028 unprotected pick to the Hornets, no matter what happens over the next 3 years. Okay. So that's why we want to send this pick out now. It's not that this year is better than next year. It's that not giving it this year means we have 2 picks that we're giving out that we don't want to deal with. So with that being said, we can get the 14th, 15th, or 16th pick from Golden State, and the Heat can land between 11th and 15th. Well, not really. They'll be 11th or 15th. If they don't make it, they'll fall right back down. If they do make the playoffs, they'll have the 15th pick, which means they will ship that off. And that's what we're hoping for here, because they can be the 8th seed or out. They can't beat the 7th seed. While Golden State can be 7th, 8th, or the 9th seed and out of the playoffs. All right, guys. All right, so we'll check back in on Tuesday night, see how the 7-8 games go. Come on, Memphis. I hate having to root for Memphis here, but we want to get the highest pick possible from Golden State this year. And then hopefully the Heat can win their game. Let's get in the playoffs. First of all, it's more fun. Keep the season going. And 2, it's actually better for our future. I know you tankathons out there want to go as high of a pick as possible, but gaining 3 spots this year and then maybe giving up even higher pick the following year, what is that really worth? All right, guys, thank you so much. If you liked what you see here, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Basketball Beat for your Miami Heat. All right, with that being said, guys, may you please make your free throws. May your coaches' challenges be successful, and we will see you next time.